My name's Larry Rogers Jr. I'm a partner at Power Rogers LLP here in Chicago, Illinois.
My name is James Power. I am a trial attorney here at Power Rogers. We became involved in this matter pretty quickly after it happened, within a few weeks of the incident where our client suffered double amputations of both legs.
It involved a couple who was visiting Chicago, and while walking down Michigan Avenue in the Magnificent Mile, were struck by a vehicle. Upon further evaluation, that vehicle had been involved in a police pursuit.
The first obstacle that we confronted was the fact that we really only had a pursuit that lasted less than 3 blocks.
It was a 8.5-second pursuit. But we thought that the way that should be addressed is to look at where the decision to begin the pursuit occurred.
The most important things to show were the reasons why you don't attempt a traffic stop along Michigan Avenue.
The facts were well understood by all parties, and those didn't change from the outset of the case when it was filed up until the time it was resolved at trial. What changed was how it was depicted.
We had 2 demonstratives made. One was the pursuit map, and the second was the surgical demonstrative. We felt that the in-car camera from the police vehicle was very favorable to us. So what we did is we had DK take that in-car camera view, and then we had them highlight with yellow boxes around all the pedestrians in order to emphasize for a jury really the amount of people that were in the area where this was happening, because that's something the officers were required to take into consideration.
The efforts to mediate the case, I don't think, demonstrated a real appreciation for what we were planning to present. So we actually did not provide them our demonstrative exhibits until after we had picked the jury. We were at trial, scheduled to begin opening statements. The defense requested conferences with the judge, and they quickly began to increase their offer significantly and ultimately agreed to pay $32 million.
If you're not using a visual animation and you're just telling the story, you're running too great of a risk that even just one of your jurors gets the wrong impression about what happens and then comes to their own conclusion that's not based on the facts. So if you're able to show something based on the facts and put it in front of them as you're telling the story, I think you're light years ahead of the guy who's not doing that.